friends, welcome back to Nestle's Nook. So today I'm just going to do a super easy, super fast meal. Mark had asked for this. We haven't had this in a little bit, and I just thought it'd be something nice to have. So I'm going to go ahead and use my 3-quart Instapot. I am going to start with frozen chicken breast, but I'm only going to use one of these. The rest will go out in the freezer. I'll be using my homemade chicken broth to go with this, and then I'll be adding my chicken gravy mix to this once the chicken's done and I'm actually shredding up the chicken. So I'll go ahead and bring it down here and show you what I'm going to do. Like I said, I got my 3-quart Instapot out here. I'm going to go ahead and open up my chicken broth that I handmade. I like being able to make my own chicken broth, and it's a good way to use up when you actually have leftover chicken. So I'm just going to go ahead, well, I'm going to probably just do, I'm going to go ahead and do the 2 breasts in there, because that way we can have some left over and he could take some to lunch if he wants. Now, one thing about cooking with the Instapot, you can cook things frozen, boom, and it's just done really fast. So what I'm going to be doing is going to pressure cook. I bring this up to like 15 minutes. And this one I don't need to start or press any buttons or anything. This is automatically going to start the countdown once it starts to warm up. I'll bring you back when it's time to shred this and get this going. I'm just going to make some instant potatoes. And I'm not for sure if we're going to do a vegetable or not. I'll figure that out, but we'll be back. Alright, so the Instapot's done. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the release. And then, I don't know for sure if you guys have seen one of these little Go Gadgets there. And what it does is, once I pull the lid off here, you put your chicken in there and you kind of like just grind it back and forth and it shreds your chicken. And then meanwhile, I have my homemade chicken gravy mix that I'm going to go ahead and add to this. Put my chicken on the plate. And then, I don't know for sure if you guys have seen that review. Someone had sent me these for a review. And my other ones now just don't somehow compare to these. I like how heavy these are. It's usually what I try to grab firsthand. So what I'll be doing is canceling this, obviously. And then what I'm going to be doing is putting on the saute to start getting the gravy ready. I should have got a whisk here. And of course, anytime that you are ever cooking or using the pressure cooker or whatever, when you do open up the lid, always open the lid away from you, so you don't get burnt by the steam. This is almost off, and you can see the pin back here. The pin just went down, you can hear it. So what you're going to want to do is always open away, because as you can see, that is a lot of steam that would be burning you. And I don't feel like being burnt, and I'm pretty sure you don't either. I'm going to go ahead and throw on the saute feature. Now you can see this chicken is actually all the way cooked. You know that was actually frozen. So what I'm going to do, meanwhile, is that is actually 2 tablespoons to 1 cup of water. Well, that is actually 2 cups of water because that was a pint. So I'm going to be putting 4 tablespoons in here. So we'll go ahead and get this gravy started so we can just throw this stuff back in here. Now I do have thing for my gravy mix here, and I do have it for the brown gravy also. I absolutely love that brown gravy. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up a little bit, get this going here. I'm going to go ahead and, before I put the chicken back in, I'm going to be making sure that all of this, let me kind of raise you up so you can kind of see, kind of like in there. I don't know if you really can, I don't think you can really see in there. Make sure that all the pieces is out. I mean, the worst thing you hate is when you're doing the gravy and then you just taste a whole bunch of flour, because that's just nasty. So that's on saute, so that's going to start to get done. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this because I don't think this thing can take a whole big piece of chicken. I mean, I don't know for sure if it can. I've only used this once before. And this piece is really big. So hopefully, with any luck, I can show you how to do this here. Bring this down a little bit more. And what I'll be doing is putting this in here. Putting this lid on here. Putting this on here. And what you just kind of like do is you go just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And as you can see, it starts shredding that. So what I think I'm going to do is put that other piece in here, because I don't know for sure if that's just not enough chicken to like shred all at once. Like I said, I've only used this once, so. And it wasn't on film either, so. As I can see, the gravy is starting to thicken and boil. But as you can see, that's doing a really good job. I'll just do that just a little bit more. So maybe it does want a little bit more than it does a little bit less. And that's a good thing to know. But as you can see, that shreds very nicely, very quick. I'm going to go ahead and throw that shredded amount on the plate. Go ahead and throw in that other chicken breast. Give this a stir. Again here. That should be coming pretty thick here pretty fast. Go ahead and start shredding this chicken. I mean, you can almost feel it. I mean, I know you can't feel it, but you know what I'm saying? You can almost feel it kind of like shredding underneath here. As you can see, you know what I'm saying? That works really well. And one thing about this, because like I said, because it cleans up so easy, that, you know, you take it from your plate, and then you just go ahead and throw it in your dish. Like if you're doing, you know, tacos or whatever have you. It works out very good. And that's the two pieces, that's the two chicken breasts actually shredded. So, like I said, I mean, that cleans out pretty easy. It's going to be taking nothing to go ahead and do that. And then what I'm just going to go ahead and do, as this is getting thicker, I'm just going to go ahead and throw the chicken in here. And this way the chicken can, you know, stay nice and warm and everything. And it's just stir up the chicken. I don't know for sure if you can kind of see that. Hopefully I didn't lose the volume on this. And I'm going to go ahead and shut off this saute. Just let that set there for a second. I'm going to go ahead and get out the potatoes, and we'll get that going. I'll be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and I put the package in the 2 cups of water, and that's all up and ready to go. And I am going to get a plate out, get that one last stir, get a ladle, and show you what that's looking like. Mark opted for no vegetable because we're having a potato, which, you know, that's fine. I'm all about super simple. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of potato on my plate here. And then put some of this gravy chicken mix. Now obviously if you wanted to do anything, you could actually do like, maybe some vegetables in here or something like that. But this is a very super simple, easy meal. I think anybody could do it. You've seen how this went from frozen to completely done and shredded. You know, I mean, obviously this is a hands-off dinner because the Instant Pot does pretty much all the work. But like I said, this would be good with a side of vegetables, or like if you decided you wanted some vegetables in here, you could actually put more gravy in here because like there's a lot of meat left. But this is the meal today. You'll have to let me know if you've ever made anything like this, and if you have, did you add anything? Did you subtract anything? Did you do anything different? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you ever want to see certain things being made or whatever, please let me know. You will see that little shredder thing actually in that support my page underneath, and you can purchase one if you want. I think it was like under $10. So yeah, I hope you have a very good and blessed day, and thank you for stopping by.